Do you want a secret code to unlock your own subconscious? A simple formula that lets you become the director of every single dream. Imagine flying through the clouds, creating entire worlds from scratch, or cobbing deep, insightful conversations with your inner self. And what if I told you that you could do this tonight? This isn't about complicated tricks or mystical rituals. This is the mild technique, which stands for mnemonic induction of lucid dreams. Think of it as a gentle, hypnotic tool that uses the power of your own intention and memory to unlock the door to conscious dreaming. So, get ready to turn your bedroom into your personal dream laboratory. Let's dive in. The mild formula is broken down into 3 simple, yet powerful steps. We're going to start by preparing the mental stage for our big performance. Step 1 is called clear and sow, or planting the intention seed. The very first thing we need to do is establish the perfect psychological state. This means turning off all your devices, your phone, your tablet, your TV. Dim the lights and just sit still on your bed for a few minutes. Take a moment to perform a quick meditation. You don't need to be an expert. Simply visualize all the stress, the worries, and the problems from your day floating away from you like clouds. Let them drift out of the room. The only thing that matters right now is setting yourself up for a deep, restful sleep. Now, if you keep a dream journal, and I highly recommend you do, this is the perfect time to review it. Spend a few minutes reading through your recent entries. Recalling a dream you've had recently does something amazing for your brain. It boosts your dream recall ability, which is a crucial skill for lucid dreaming. The better you are at remembering your dreams, the higher your potential for becoming lucid within them becomes. It's like warming up your dream muscles before the main workout. You're telling your mind, hey, pay attention to this stuff. It's important. This simple act of reviewing your dream journal primes your mind, making it more receptive to the idea of lucidity. You're essentially reminding your brain what a dream feels like, making it easier to spot one when you're in it. Now for step 2, visualize and manipulate, which is our mental rehearsal. This is where we start to convince the brain that we're in charge. Lie down comfortably in your bed, close your eyes, and begin to visualize. I want you to recreate a dream scene in your mind. It could be a place you've dreamed of before, or a completely new one. Maybe it's a familiar street, a strange room, or a breathtaking mountain landscape. The key here is to make it as vivid as possible. Engage all your senses. What does the air feel like on your skin? Is it warm or cool? What sounds can you hear? The rustling of leaves, distant city noises. What can you smell? The more detailed and sensory-rich you make this mental scene, the more real it will feel to your brain. Once you're fully immersed in that visualized scene, it's time for the magic trick. Pretend that you've just become lucid, right there in your mind's eye. Look around and tell yourself, this isn't real. I'm in control. And then prove it to yourself. Try to fly. Just lift off the ground and soar around the scene you've created. Experiment with your new powers. Change the color of the sky from blue to purple. Make an object appear in your hand out of thin air. One of the most common and effective reality checks is to look at your hands. In dreams, they often look distorted or have the wrong number of fingers. So, in your visualization, look at your hands and calmly affirm to yourself, this is a lucid dream. This mental rehearsal is incredibly powerful. It manipulates your brain's perception, creating a new habit. You are training your brain to recognize the signs of a dream and to react by becoming conscious. You're building a neural pathway that connects dreamlike experiences with the trigger of lucidity. That brings us to our final step. Step 3. The transfer affirmation. This is the final connection, where we encode our intention directly into our sleeping mind. For this, you need to choose a short, powerful affirmation. Something simple and direct. For example, you could use, the next time I dream, I will know I am dreaming. Or even shorter. Something like, I am dreaming. The exact words aren't as important as the intention behind them. Pick one that resonates with you and feels natural. Now, as you're lying there, on the very edge of sleep, start repeating this sentence slowly and gently in your mind. You can whisper it, but it's often more effective to just repeat it as a clear thought. As you repeat your chosen phrase, I want you to simultaneously visualize yourself drifting off to sleep. Picture yourself entering a new dream. And then, See yourself recognizing that you're dreaming the moment something strange or unusual happens. Maybe you see a talking animal, or you find yourself back in your childhood home. In that moment of recognition, you become lucid. The goal here is to let that affirmation, that powerful intention, be the very last conscious thought you have before you slip into unconsciousness. You're handing over the instruction to your subconscious mind, like passing a baton in a relay race. Your last waking thought becomes the first guiding thought of your dream world. Now, the mild technique is an incredible key to unlocking subconscious hypnosis and conscious dreaming. But if you want the absolute fastest results, here's a pro tip. Combine it with a technique called Wake Back to Bed, or WBTB. It sounds technical, but it's very simple. You set an alarm to wake yourself up after about 4 to 6 hours of sleep. When the alarm goes off, you get out of bed for a short period, maybe 20 to 30 minutes. You can read a little, walk around, or just sit quietly. Then, you go back to bed and perform the mild technique we just went through: the intention, the visualization, and the affirmation. Why does this work so well? Because in the later part of your sleep cycle, you experience much longer periods of REM sleep, which is the stage where most vivid dreaming occurs. By waking up and then going back to sleep, you're essentially diving straight back into a REM phase. But ties time with your intention for lucidity, fresh in your conscious mind. Your intention will have a much higher chance of carrying over into your dream state, dramatically increasing your chances of success. It is like launching a boat right at the river S-current instead of having to paddle all the way from the shore. Remember, this lucid dreaming is a skill, not a special gift that only some people have. It might not happen on the very first night, and that's completely okay. But with consistent practice, anyone can learn to master it. Don't get discouraged if it takes a few tries or even a few weeks. Every time you practice, you're strengthening that mental muscle. You're sowing the seeds of consciousness in your dream world. So, start tonight. Prepare your mind, set your intention, and get ready to explore the incredible universe that exists within you. If you're ready to master your dreams and unlock your subconscious, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more powerful guides, just like this one. Thanks for watching. Sweet dreams, and I wish you many lucid adventures.